Chance of showers tonight, 37 degrees for an overnight low. Wouldn't be surprised to see a little bit of snow trying to mix in with the rain, particularly in the northern valleys. Windy, wind gusts up to 30 miles per hour. For tomorrow, a chance of showers, a day very similar to today. Breezy with wind gusts 25 miles per hour, but a high temperature of only 51 degrees. That is certainly below average. Our average high is 60 now. Today we topped out at 55. Officially no precipitation out at the airport, but we may be measuring some here this evening. 7:56 our sunset time. Right now in Spokane, it's 52 degrees and cloudy, breezy. Sustained winds in excess of 20 miles per hour in Coeur d'Alene with clear skies, but wind gusts around the region are in the 35 to even 40 mile per hour range. Wildlife Wednesday pictures to share with you. Look at this adorable. Well, there's four. Wow. Keith Kornmeyer found these darlings in the foothills of Mount Spokane, sunning themselves on a concrete block. Meanwhile, a rare find, some very shy otters at Davis Lake near Usk. This from Steve Rodenbow. He said these otters have been extremely shy, and if they see him at all, they disappear and are not to be found the rest of the day. On the opposite end of the spectrum, my friend Mark Vogt said this loon kept pace with his boat for a good portion of the day, seemed to enjoy his company. What a beautiful shot there. Thank you. Doppler radar, so showers and some embedded thunderstorms moving through the region. Haven't picked up much in terms of cloud to ground lightning, but have had reports of some small hail, brief heavy downpours, and the gusty winds. We are behind a front right now. Cool air aloft, creating that instability, and we have more of that tomorrow. Your 24-hour forecast, again, one trough off to the east. Look at all the blue showing up on this map. Very cold air in the upper layers and not especially warm down below as well. That will give us the chance of a little bit of snow tomorrow morning, mainly up around 3,000 feet. But again, don't be surprised if something that looks a little bit like snow shows up at your house in the morning. Overnight lows tonight will be above freezing, however. We'll be in the 30s and 40s. Our high temperatures tomorrow in the 40s, 50s, and you can always count on Moses Lake to be in the 60s and give us hope of things to come. And there is a lot of hope. Here is your 7-day forecast. Showers and cool conditions for the next couple of days. Breezy at times. Saturday still looks good. Dry in Spokane, nice. Chance of fountain showers, more showers Sunday, and then a warming trend next week that could actually take us into the mid-60s. If we hit 65, that will be the warmest of the season so far.
Wouldn't that be nice?
That would be. It's amazing that I'm excited about 65 this time of year, but this spring has just been so unusual.
After winter and spring, I think we deserve it.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, thanks. Welcome to Wildlife Wednesday.
Everybody's favorite day of the week in the weather department. There's only one of us there, but
tonight.
Yeah, that's true. I guess I haven't taken a poll, but it is the subject of tonight's forecast focus. And I've got some adorable pictures to share. You know, we were talking about it in the break. We love good marmot, and this little darling, it finds his home under the Monroe Street Bridge, as marmots do. Donald Sewell shared this shot with us. Finally, here's a nice sign of spring from Mike Nemi of Hayden Lake. He says the hummingbirds are back. And they ought to know. They don't come back if it's not going to start warming up. So I believe this hummingbird knows a thing or two about what's happening weather-wise. And finally, looking a little worse for the wear after a long, wet winter. This female moose has been hanging around Michael Troy Olson's place in Colbert. Looks a little hungry, too. But not for long. It is improving conditions in our forecast. 54 right now in Spokane with mostly cloudy skies. It is windy. Winds out of the west southwest at 23 miles per hour. Higher gusts in excess of 35 miles per hour, especially around our thunderstorms, which we do have one in the vicinity of the weather station out on the prairie north of Coeur d'Alene. 49 currently. Southwest winds at 9 miles per hour. Here's a look at our forecast going through the next 24 hours or so. We have scattered showers. You'll see little blues and purples trying to work their way into the computer model. Our snow level is dropping as very cold air aloft moves in. It'll be down around 3,000 feet tomorrow morning. We dry out pretty well overnight. A few showers down around Moscow and Pullman. Here's 7 o'clock tomorrow morning with some light showers, including some snow in the mountains and at the mountain pass level. Could be mixing down all the way to some of the valley floors, particularly in the northern valleys, but no accumulation, just enough to remind you that winter is not that far in the rear view. Here's our satellite and radar. Front off to the east. We are in the gusty winds behind it and the unsettled weather. The storm track still well to our south. We're on the cold side of the jet, so temperatures stay below average for the next several days. And that dip in the jet goes all the way in to the southern plains. And as that cold air runs into the warm, moist air from the Gulf of Mexico, that's where we're finding our severe weather tonight. Impressive line of spring thunderstorms along with some severe weather from Louisiana up all along the Mississippi River Valley. Here's the temperatures that tell the tale. Two dissimilar air masses coming together in Tornado Alley. Meanwhile, we are still cool, but there are signs of much warmer weather coming in the 7-day forecast. Saturday, 56 and partly cloudy, looking good. And then indications are we may really start warming up the middle of next week. Typically in spring, in late April, actually that's May, by next Wednesday, we would not get too excited about a 65-degree temperature. But right now, from this vantage point, that looks almost tropical.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that.
I am too.
That's awesome.
And Saturday.
Yes, for sure. Thank you, Kris.